Oh might creator, take this sacrificial virgin as a. Oh might creator, take this sacrificial virgin as a. Hello Nazi regime. Hello Bayer Pharmaceuticals. We would like to purchase 150 healthy, Jewish, women for trials to test experimental drugs we are producing. Done. Hello again Nazi regime. Unfortunately, all 150 of the subjects have died. We would like to purchase another 150 women. Done. How can Shi Huang escaped getting assassinated? Egyptian President Nasser hit 1944 Christmas song Baby It's Cold Outside. Yes really. Psst, hey you, Serbian kid. Wanna become a Janissary? The Chinese village of Zelazhe claims to be the descendants of Romans captured at Kehi. Babe please you are Chinese, the Lost Legion is a myth. The Eternal City calls to me. The Battle of Carcelita. No. You can't just team up the Americans. Wanna kick some SSS? That could be arranged. Brigadier Derek Mills Roberts, after liberating a concentration camp. Bark. NATO was created in 1949 to counter the influence of the USSR. The USSR asking to join NATO in 1954. You're ruining my badass Viking fantasy. Just raided some land for me family and me goat farm. Year 1959. First NHL goalie wears a face mask. What are you, a girl? Time is a flat circle. That's so unfair. We fought for France. Wrong uniform so opinion dismiss. Into the grave you will be. Who would win? One of the greatest war strategic of all time. The master of trolling. Overthrow the Iranian government. Cause a genocide in Guatemala. Overthrow a democratically elected government in Chile. Why does everyone hate the CIA? Virgin Brezhnev. You just don't understand. These are necessary measures to temporarily ensure stability of the state and socialist principles. It's the best course of action. Chad Sablin. You betrayed the revolution and the people. Plain and simple. Some random sailor waking up after having one too many drinks at port the night before. Welcome to the Royal Navy. Your friends convince your executioner to take the day off. A shoemaker takes his place. No one. The FBI every MLK Day. Where are you going? Diogenes, who is said to have walked away upon hearing a philosophical argument denying the existence of motion, intending to prove without utterance that motion does indeed exist. History of Alexander the Great. Greatest leader. A young maniac. 17-year-olds in 1945 thinking that they won't have to go to war. The same guy 5 years later in Korea. Harold Hardrada, the last Viking warlord, on his way to become a living legend, around a mass arrow that happened to hit him in the throat. I bet he is thinking about other girls. Why are lions so common in European heraldry if they were extinct in the continent before all those dynasties were even born? 1945. No, surrender is not the way of the warrior. Death before dishonor. 1570s. My master called me a monkey once, so I'm defecting to your clan. Never ask a woman her age. A man, his salary. King Charles's favorite feminine hygiene product. Orders a ship to turn around before confirming the distress call. Sets ship's speed record during rescue. Risks his own ship to reach Titanic as soon as possible. Gets knighted afterwards. Eat epitars. Isles Nepasa and Pars. That mail must be delivered, or there must be a marine dead at the post of duty. The Portuguese waiting for their king to come back from Morocco. It's been 200 years. Stalin. We should execute 50,000 to 100,000 German officers. Roosevelt. Maybe 49,000 would be enough. Churchill. Duck this, I'm out to here. Winston. It was a joke, of course. I'm joking. Sick of this dude. That feel when you find out that Douglas MacArthur was given a Medal of Honor for his actions in the Philippines. You don't deserve that. Everyone. The Emu War was the most pointless war in history. Caligula. Romans in pop culture. Nothing wrong with lead. Totally safe. Romans in reality. Lead is poisonous, and we should warn people. I will write a poem about it. I died. Oh well. Now I can finally enjoy afterlife. Yeah. About that. Later in the labyrinth full of demons. Just let me die already. Let's destroy the pagan pyramids. Right away. 8 months later. We are still not done. Screw it. America, after bombing your country for electing a leader they didn't like and installing a puppet regime. What can I say except you're welcome. 212 AC. Second Punic War. We have spent years in Italy. We crossed the Alps. We have won countless battles. We eliminated 80,000 enemies in Canne and they are still coming back. Hey Hannibal, we raised another army, ready for round 17. Wow, this is such a great comedy actor. I should see more of him to get a good laugh. Pharaohs. No. Anybody who disturbs my coffin will be cursed. Cyrus. I was a good king. Please don't disturb my tomb, if it isn't too much of an inconvenience. The mixed race militia about to take on the white supremacist paramilitary the White League in the 1874 Battle of Liberty Place in New Orleans. Ex-Confederate general and recovering traitor James Longstreet leading them into battle. Some random local that served under him in the Civil War. Berserkers in movies. I just killed 13 men. Wow, you're so cool. Berserkers in reality. I just killed 13 men. Stay away from my family. Outcast. How to shower like a Roman. This thing called soap has been around for a long while. Step 1. Cover yourself in olive oil. The Mediterranean 1801. Barbary. Barbary pirates. Not me Buster. I ain't bitch made. You fire a salvo of 6 torpedoes at the Americans. All miss. You hear explosions. There were friendly troop transports behind the Americans. Oversee the works at the Sistine Chapel. Complain to Pope that Michelangelo is painting willies again. My face is added to the fresco as Manus, with a snake eating my dick. Pope can't get it removed because he has no jurisdiction over hell. Scipio Africanus walking into the feast of Antiochus. His archenemy Hannibal just chilling there. When you send the Sassanids 11,000 pounds of gold for an eternal peace, but they attack you while you're invading Italy, this has been the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, maybe ever. Voltaire writing philosophy. The money he earned committing lottery fraud. By order of the Princeps Senatus Caesar Augustus, son of the divine Caesar, Saturnalia will be observed for 3 days instead of the previous 7. Golly, what a nice group of lovely old men. Surely they are just simple grandpas enjoying their retirement and didn't have a background of going through some messed up stuff. Julius Caesar captured by pirates. Calls them illiterate brutes and makes them listen to speeches. Occasionally threatens to have them crucified. Other empty threats is all. Don't be mad. He thinks he is in charge. Cute. We have listened to your speech. Can we go now? Average Roman physician. I'm hurt. Please help me. Just pour some wine on the wound. Quickly. Remove his intestines. Pour wine on them and then back in again. Finding out you're adopted. Why didn't you tell me? We were scared. Finding out you were adopted during Franco's reign. Who were my real parents? Please tell me. France strategically having the most successful military history. All the times France fought France, so they'd win no matter what. Most people with a time machine. Take this, you Nazi scum. Chase me with a time machine. Die worthless Babylonian. Nazis. People who like Vikings. People who like the Roman Empire. You make us ashamed to ourselves. Royal Navy. Quality trained crew will bring us victory. French Navy. Stronger hulls will keep us in the fight longer. Spanish Navy. Mucher cannons is mucho damage. Stalin's office. That mustache bastard. Comrade Stalin. You won't believe what I just heard Zhukov say. Later. Comrade Zhukov, when you said mustache bastard, who were you referring to? Hitler obviously. I see. And who are you referring to, Comrade Beria? Cleopatra when she gets to heaven and meets both her great-grandparents. Alternate World War II timeline. Germany could have won if they pulled out Stalingrad, stopped D-Day, invaded Britain, etc. Germany if they lasted a little longer into 1945. My lord, in my years of service, here lies my greatest wisdom. Don't go to war, retard. The Allies marching into Paris, Napoleon defeating them 4 times in 6 days. The British knowing things can get bad quickly, since they're 20 miles from Boston in potential enemy territory. The colonial militia knowing they have no chance in a pitched battle against British regulars. The unknown psychopath that fired the first shot and single-handedly started a major international conflict. 1. Be an educated Bengali Muslim in West Bengal in 1830. 2. Make peasants aware of the oppression from landowners in cooperation with the British authorities. 3. Rise up against the landowners and establish a rule over the region. 4. Build a giant bamboo fort and wait for the British. If the axe bounces off her neck then she is a witch. If she gets decapitated then she isn't a witch. First Japanese embassy to Europe 1582. You guys can touch my robes. Thank you. Philip II kisses him on the cheeks. Ah, thank you. Arrives back in Japan 1590. The Europeans weren't savages and I think we should become Christian. No. You are all exiles now. The Soviet Union 1922 to 1991. The ancestors you're most proud of. The ancestors I'm most proud of. The Jews. You have freed us. Cyrus the Great. Oh, I guess I did. Yeah. Enjoy your freedom, or whatever. Roosevelt. Churchill. Where the duck is my second front. Sultan Muhammad III of Morocco accurately predicting the US becoming the world's leading naval power and allying with them. The Reconquista period in Iberia is so cool. Yeah. I love how Christian kings united themselves to push the Muslims out of the peninsula. Also Reconquista. Apparently my brother is attacked by Muslims. Perfect timing to conquer his lands. Be Chairman Mao. Encourage people to criticize him. Let 100 FLOWs bloom. Let 100 schools of thought contend. Arrest and execute them all. World War I Christmas be like. Joyous Noel. Merry Christmas. Froween Ashton. Meanwhile the Canadians. Aha, this corpse is making a funny sound. Bitlas Mitch Leben. Germans in 1943. The Tiger can destroy so many Sherman tanks. Other Germans in 1943. Do you have a spare gun? I don't even have shoes. LMAO, this guy was named Timur the Lame. Damn, that must have been one of the shiftiest leaders in history. Also Timur the Lame casually kills 5% of the world population all by himself. Alright, I want this pyramid of skull bigger. Time to behead more peasants. For Christmas I want a dragon. This is Conrad How the Duck. Do you have this top secret number? Sears gave it to me. Everyone has this number. What color do you want your dragon? But we were just following orders. We had orders to force them into the trains. Your boots. Take off your boots. Right, ducking. Now. Cowboys in fiction. Okay Arthur, let's go kill a gazillion people and then rob a boat onto Tahiti. Cowboys in reality. I just move cattle from place to place and don't have enough money to own a gun. Who the duck is Dorothy? People who knew they were searching for a fictional character Do we tell him? You and your friend are on a bear hunt. The tracks are going in the wrong direction. You left those families undefended. You can hear a woman screaming for it to spare her unborn child. That is not Rokossovsky's wife. I must inform Comrade Stalin. I will surely get this damned Pole punished. What is happening, Comrade Marcus? Why do you want to talk to me? I have seen Comrade Rokossovsky in public with a woman who was not his wife. What shall we do? What shall we do? We shall envy Comrade Rokossovsky. Oh my god, Japanese history is so cool. You know the samurai were the most honorable warriors in history? Also samurai. Okay, who wants to be raped first? Imperial Japan finalizing Operation PX is known as Operation Cherry Blossoms at Night. Our research from Unit 731 and biological operations in China have proved effective. On September 22, 1945, we will launch a biological attack on Los Angeles, San Diego and San Francisco, spreading weaponized bubonic plague, cholera, typhus, and dengue fever. The submarine crews will infect themselves and run ashore in an honorable suicide mission. Yes, 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 yes. Chief of General Staff Yoshihiro Umezu. We are not doing any of that. You will start an endless battle between humanity and bacteria that will long outlive our war with America. Your decision would render us a mockery in the pages of all human history. What the duck, bro? Why? Superweapon arms race. Germany, USA, a slightly larger tank, a portable star. The fall of Constantinople be like, yo Constantine, wanna buy big cannon to defend Constantinople from the Turks? Sorry, I don't really have any money, right? Yo Mehmed, wanna buy big cannon to take Constantinople from the Byzantines? Japanese are deliberately shooting at us medics. How can humans be so cruel? Meanwhile the Japaneses, Mayo, the US medics have giant targets on their heads. Makes an easy target hard. The Soviets during World War II. State-sponsored mass rapes of Polish, Ukrainian, Belarusian, Czechoslovakia, Austrian and German women of all ages. Mass executions of non-German civilians in occupied territories. Even the Nazis discovered their mass graves. The Nazis during World War II. State-sponsored genocide of Jewish and Slavic men, women, and children. Wanted to eventually exterminate 60% of Europe. Highest kill count in the European theater. Used Fritz Haber's Institute to create Zyklon B. Soldiers were literally on meth. The Imperial Japanese during World War II. Murdered the most civilians during World War II. Unit 731. Rape of Nanjing. Mass rapes, mass murders, cannibalism, and torture of Chinese and Asia Pacific civilians. Behavior during the war shocked the Nazis. Bacteriological warfare on Chinese civilians. Nero never killed himself. What? He faked his own death and converted to Judaism. He then moved to Israel and was the father of great rabbis. Talmud, what the duck are you talking about? Average height Chinese peasant during spring and autumn period, 163 centimeters. Confucius, 220 centimeters, allegedly. Shit, those Roman bastards speared Elisus. Please my friend, don't leave me. It's too late for me. I just hope that the gods are merciful in the afterlife. You fought well, mortal, just like I did when I fought that boar. Well, mortal, someone who has a score to settle with you made me prayers for revenge, so. Point of view. You've just captured a trench from the BEF. Damn, Brit, you live like this? Guard this ducking mountain. Yes, great Khan, as you wish. Foreign tourist in Mongolia. So, can I see the mountain? Dark Hat tribesman. Draws bow. Commodian, formerly known as Roman. Citizens in the Colosseum watching Emperor Commodus club an amputee to death the 100th time this year. What are you doing in Iceland? Mind your own business. Philippines, we've saved this. It's not much. 201st Fight Squadron. But please take this. For your liberation. 30 pilots. Oh Mexico, no one can give more than that. The liberation of Luzon, recognized by General Douglas MacArthur. 30,000 defeated Imperial Japanese soldiers. 1,500 bombs dropped. 1,900 hours of air combat. 96 combat missions. 2 pilots who just ran out of ammo. America. Japan. Head back to your carrier or base and resupply. Become the ammo. Tinker Nerd. If Joe Exotic was able to collect royalties of his meme, he'd be able to financially recover.